What's up, guys? I was just working on my Protos 380, trying to find out where my noisy bearing is, and I thought it was coming from these two little roller tensioners right here, but I only found one bad bearing in there, which wasn't making any noise. Maybe when it heated up it did, but the biggest, the noisiest bearing of all of them happened to be this roller here. It sounded like it was coming from up here, but it was actually this bearing right here making that noise, and it kind of echoes in the boom. And I have one more issue with that I think is causing the fly barless to act up a little bit. The heli drifts and kind of goes its own way in certain maneuvers, and you have to correct it a lot. But I don't know if you can see this. But the main gear is actually wobbling up and down as I turn this. So I think the one-way bearing is kind of not setting in this gear correctly. Maybe that one-way bearing assembly needs to be replaced. But I'm going to fly it and see how it acts. Maybe those a couple bad bearings I found will fix it. And this isn't really an issue, who knows. But I wanted to show off my new stance. See how the tail is lifted up? No more tail sitting on the ground like this, like the stock gear does. I hated the stock gear. They were super flimsy. Whenever you landed, it would like bounce because the landing gear was so flimsy. Here you can see I have two sets of stock landing gear. As you can see, this set's been worn quite a bit. You know, it's just from the weight of the helicopter, it's flattened itself. This set hasn't been used much, but they're just so flimsy. If you come down kind of hard, the helicopter flattens out and then springs up. You know, it like hops. The stock landing gear sucks, and it sits your tail in the grass. New landing gear, 10 times better. They're not flimsy like the stock ones. Keeps the tail out of the grass, out of the dirt. And they're probably cheaper. You know, MSH parts, sorry to say, but they are not cheap. You know. So this is the Align 470L landing gear. I think they were like $8. Fit right on. Not one single modification. Perfect fit. Well worth it. Hope that can help you guys out. I know I'm gonna enjoy this new stance. It also makes the helicopter look a little sportier. You know, like an old hot rod stance. But the biggest thing is no more of that crappy flex. It's not gonna bounce around on a landing anymore. Anyways, take care.